The United States government shut down on October 1st, 2025, and a lot of people are wondering, why did it shut down? What exactly this means for everybody, and what is preventing it from reopening? There are a lot of different misconceptions that are going around online, and a lot of different interesting statistics and facts that are quite scary. There are people saying that Democrats are fighting for undocumented immigrants, illegal immigrants, to get healthcare. There are a lot of different people saying that millions of Americans are going to be thrown off their healthcare or see increases in premiums. So what exactly are the facts? Right now, the ACA tax credits that millions of Americans use are about to expire. If Democrats and Republicans can't come together and vote on this and allow them to expire, 20 million people are going to see their healthcare premiums either double, triple, or even quadruple from already unaffordable amounts. Right now, 67% of the American people are living paycheck to paycheck. Nobody can afford to have their healthcare premiums double or triple, especially not quadruple. On top of this, 15 million Americans are going to be losing their Medicaid coverage. This is something that is extremely important to low-income and working-class people because these people cannot afford health insurance otherwise. That is why they are on Medicaid. As far as the Democrats letting illegal immigrants get healthcare is concerned, know this: illegal immigrants are not eligible for Medicaid. They are not eligible for the Affordable Care Act, the ACA tax credits that millions of Americans are able to enjoy. The only way that they could possibly get healthcare through Medicaid is if they visit an emergency room. Emergency rooms have to admit patients. They cannot turn people away. They cannot check their insurance status beforehand. Because in the past, hospitals used to turn people away for not having health insurance. A law was passed that said that that is illegal, and so as of now, hospitals cannot turn people away that are seeking emergency medical care if they do not have insurance. This accounts for less than 1% of total Medicaid spending, so why are we still shut down? Does it make sense that people who are going to be using less than 1% of the budget are causing such a stalemate in the government right now? This shutdown is affecting many, many people. This is affecting a huge percentage of the American population. According to the Bipartisan Policy Center, approximately 670,000 workers are currently furloughed, and 730,000 workers continue to work without pay. On top of that, the Trump administration has said that some people just don't deserve to be paid, so they might not be able to get their back pay. Tons of people are not being paid right now at a time when, again, 67% of Americans are already living paycheck to paycheck. Right now, this is estimated to equate in around $400 million in lost pay every single day, and we have been shut down for more than 30 days at this point. On top of that, SNAP benefits are running out. As of November 1st, SNAP benefits have officially run out. There are $5 billion in emergency funds set aside for SNAP, and yet the Trump administration is alleging that they can't release those funds. Recently, I believe it was 2 or 3 days ago, there were 2 different courts that ruled that it is illegal for the Trump administration not to release these funds because they were specifically set aside for SNAP. We'll have to see if he actually releases these funds, if his administration decides to do what is legal and what is right. However, there are no guarantees because right now they're trying to say that there are legal loopholes that they would have to jump through to be able to release this money, which is not the case. However, that can still allow them to get away with not releasing these benefits. Unfortunately, $5 billion, while it may sound like a lot, is only enough to cover 1 month for SNAP. 1 month, that is it. We need to get the government reopened fast. SNAP costs around $100 billion per year. However, it is also run extremely efficiently. If we were to replace SNAP with something different, with a different program, with any other infrastructure to feed hungry people, it would cost astronomically more than SNAP costs us right now. But the real question is, how many people does this actually affect? The answer is millions. It is estimated that with SNAP running out, 16 million families will not be able to get food. Food pantries are not going to be able to keep up with supply and demand. For every 1 meal that a food pantry or food donation center delivers to a family in need, 9 meals are provided by SNAP. There is not the infrastructure to replace SNAP at this point. And again, the cost would be astronomical. On top of this, SNAP affects a large portion of the country. It's estimated that between the ages of 20 and 65, 50% of Americans will be part of a household at one point or another that uses SNAP benefits. 50% of Americans. If the government stays shut down any longer, a huge number of people are going to go hungry. Right now, 16 million people, again, are going to be going hungry because of this. If those funds are not released, 50% of people at one point or another are going to be using SNAP benefits. So how many more people in the future are going to be affected by this? We don't know how long the government's going to be shut down for. Speaker Mike Johnson just postponed another vote to reopen the government. We don't know how long the government is going to be shut down for. Right now, our representatives that we elected are not taking care of the people. They allowed the government to shut down. They are allowing people to lose their health care. They are allowing people to go hungry, children to go hungry, families to go hungry. And all of this is because of the increasing polarization of politics in America. Both political parties are at each other's throats. They are refusing to split party lines for the most part. There are people like Marjorie Taylor Greene, surprisingly enough, has broken party lines, realizing that constituents would be totally screwed if this bill passes, if the Republicans get their way. As of right now, we don't know when the government is going to reopen. We don't know if it will reopen. Again, there needs to be a consensus between both political parties in order to reopen the government. Right now, representatives are voting on what aligns with their political party and aligns with their agenda rather than what is best for their constituents. We cannot allow these people to seek re-election if they are going to do that. This is extremely important. If we keep electing people that are going to vote based solely on party lines and not what is best for their constituents, they will run the country into the ground. Pay attention. See who your representatives are that are trying to take away health care from millions of people and increase premiums for millions of others. Do not allow them to be reelected. Spread the word. We need to get this out there. It is extremely important that more people talk about this. A lot of us are trying to avoid politics as much as possible, but right now, we need as many people invested in politics as humanly possible. Spread the word. Send this to your friends and family. Send this to anyone who's been wondering what's going on with the government shutdown or who needs to hear the truth about it. We need as many people as possible to let our representatives know that this is not okay. They cannot keep affecting people's lives like this. They need to come to a consensus. We have to reopen the government. And remember, real change is possible, and it starts with you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.